Hello, my name is Tia Lane and I live in a self-built tiny house. I started to build this tiny house with my dad about a year ago and I'm currently living here with my dog.
The tiny house is 6 meters long and 3 meters wide, and it's located in Finland.
This tiny house is on wheels so it can be moved with a tractor. Now let's have a look inside. On my right side we have a kitchen and on my left side is the living room. So for me, when I was designing this tiny house, the kitchen was really important to me. I wanted to have a lot of space for my kitchen tools and working space, so this was definitely one of the most important parts of this tiny house and my favorite part. On this side I have my water station. The water is coming from the barn next to my tiny house that you've seen maybe in my farm tour video. If you haven't seen that video, you can check that out. I'll put a link here. I only have cold water running to my tiny house at the moment. I don't have any heater yet. That's still something that needs to be done in the future. And these shelves hold all the plates and glasses and mugs and all that kind of kitchenware. I have these drawers that are filled with more kitchen tools, guys. In this cabin I have my waste bin and my food waste and just some other stuff. It's not very well organized just yet, but I'm getting there at some point. I will probably have some recycling center in that cabin. But here I have a microwave and a very normal sized fridge that holds a freezer and a fridge. I am dreaming to have this retro looking red fridge at some day. Here I actually have a sliding mirror. On this side I have my stove and oven. The stove is working with gas because that's been one of my dreams, to have a gas working stove. And the oven is just a regular electric one. And on these drawers I have various things, mostly food items, teas and bread, sugar, cans, those sort of things. And on these I have more kitchenware, like on these I have like pots and pans, everything that you kind of need for cooking. On these shelves I have more food. This is definitely one of my favorite things in this kitchen. Here I have my stove that I use for heating the tiny house during the winter time. Usually during winter I put the fire up once in the morning and once during the evening time. That usually is enough to heat the whole place. Obviously the loft gets a lot hotter than the downstairs. This is unfortunately not my favorite stove. There's a problem trying to light the fire. I'm not sure why that is, but I will be more prepared this winter. Behind the kitchen is my bathroom. And as some of you might already know, it's not finished yet. as you can also see from the walls. It's currently my storage, so I just have everything here that hasn't found a place yet in the tiny house or will be the bathroom once it's finished. The shower will be here in this corner, and there will be a sink where this shelf is. On the other side is my living room. I have my desk here. This is where I very often spend my time, writing things, watching YouTube videos. The desk is currently an old door, but I'm dreaming about having this like really dark wooden table and a bookshelf over here. This one is holding all sorts of things, sheets, beddings, books, crafting tools, that sort of thing. I have my record player here and my records. Before starting to build my tiny house, I watched a lot of YouTube videos about other people making them and showing them around. I remember people talking because tiny house has such a small space that you really need to think what you want in your own tiny house. And for me, a record player is definitely one of those things that I wanted to include. This corner was supposed to have a sofa that you can open up to be a bed, but currently there's just this armchair and I do reading there usually. I might still build like a little sofa here, but I'm not sure if I will be needing a guest bed. Under the stairs I have some storage space. Here I keep some of my clothes in the hangers, also in this one. Here I mainly keep scarves and some winter hats and gloves and things. These closets are really convenient because there's not a lot of space, so I wouldn't have any other place to hang my dresses and things. So I'm really happy how this storage space turned out. Also, these two steps open up and they have a space to store some things underneath. Let's go upstairs. Welcome to my loft, also known as the bedroom. I have a 120 centimeter wide bed here, which is perfectly fine for me. This is the bed I have had in my previous flat. It will hold me and my dog very fine because my dog is allowed on my bed, but she also has her own bed right here and she loves the spot because she can look through the window. Currently there is a screen to keep the bugs out, but usually when it's closed she will have a better view outside. And here on my left is my TV. It's very comfy to watch a film in bed. That's usually what I do during the evenings. In these two drawers I have clothes. On top of them are various things, jewelry, and on this side I just keep a few extra blankets. From this spot I have a nice view downstairs, and this fence is completely handmade. We designed it with my dad, and the wood was found here in the storage. When me and my dad were building this tiny house, we were really tempted to put these triangles to be windows. That would have been really cool, but it would have been structurally quite difficult to build and expensive. So I decided to just have a wallpaper there, and I think they turned out really nicely.
Something I forgot to mention while we were filming this tour is that I have another door back of my tiny house, and when you enter that you find my technical room. Inside you will find my electric system, gas, pipes, and someday there will be a water heater system. Also, there will probably be enough space to store some things. Overall, I am just really happy how this tiny house has turned out. I have lived here now almost a year. Every day is an adventure, but at the same time every day is such a calm little gift that I get to spend in my tiny house. There is still a lot of things I need to build and finish, but for the time being I'm very content. I have a separate video where I go into more detail why I chose to live this way. I have also made videos of building this tiny house and vlogs when I've been living here. So make sure to check those out too. The links are in a description box down below. I probably forgot to mention something on this video, so I hope you find an answer to those questions in my other videos, and if not, you can leave them on the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it gave you a good insight of the tiny home that I'm currently living in. Bye bye!